'Twas the month before Christmas, and all through the country, Kiwis were planning to tighten their belts. While shopkeepers are doing their very best to entice us through the door, the Reserve Bank Governor is warning us to resist temptation.
Spending has to slow.
After ratcheting up the official cash rate a brutal 75 basis points yesterday, Adrian Orr this morning explained himself to politicians. A recession of his own making.
You are deliberately engineering a recession.
I think that is correct.
He wants us all to stop spending because less spending equals less demand.
So the power is in the hands of the people.
Are you going to slow your spending?
That's exactly what we are doing.
And that's not all. Orr wants us all to stop asking for pay rises, and this is the Grinch part of the story. If we don't do as he suggests, people could lose their jobs and their homes. A tough time, Orr admits, is partly his fault because during the worst days of COVID, he printed too much money.
Because monetary policy was too stimulatory for too long, New Zealanders are now paying the price through higher inflation and higher interest rates.
Yes.
There is one other thing Orr wants New Zealanders to know, though.
We are sorry that New Zealanders have been buffeted by these significant economic shocks.
Sorry, New Zealand, and it's only going to get worse.
People could just start expecting lower inflation in the future and start working that way. It's an inflation expectation. So the power is in the hands of the people. If you just start behaving, 1% different around inflation expectations and wage growth, and then our job is easier. We don't have to pay that cost.
It's utterly hypocritical of Jacinda Ardern and Grant Robertson not to have an independent review of the Reserve Bank and monetary policy actions. What Nicola and I have said very clearly is that we want to see an independent review. We would kick that off immediately in government. Day one, we want to kick off an independent review of monetary policy action under this Reserve Bank Governor. That would then determine whether we do or don't have confidence in him going forward.
Do we do nothing through this period where we have to accept that times are very difficult for New Zealanders? Or do we seek to find a solution that can ease the pressure but have as little impact as possible on inflation? We've got a way to go though as well on getting the food costs down, which is another big project for us. Do you know what? I would not ever change the fact that we have always throughout been highly aspirational, that we have always focused on how we can make New Zealand better and setting out a vision for what that should look like. I have no plans to go anywhere.